Hello everyone, welcome to the client interface. In this recording we're going to have a look on how to use the client interface. What is the client interface? The client interface is the specific interface designed for your clients. What does this mean? This means that your clients can log in with their personal details in their own separate client interface, and they can post all their shipments directly to your Deliveo instance. Now, let's say this more simply. One of your clients might want to have a direct access so that he can get all his shipments directly transferred to your Deliveo. This way, through the client interface, they can create all of their shipments, which, as we can see here, are listed in the green table. And from here on, all of their shipment options will be directly found in your dispatcher interface. Now, as we can see here at the dashboard of the client interface, we have two different tables. The red table is about all the shipments that do not go through the Deliveo interface correctly. Now you can find them all here, and you can check their details in order to change them, make them correct, and then ship them towards Deliveo. On the green table, we can see all of your detailed orders. As you can see, you can also check on the details of each order by clicking on their group ID number. You can see all of their packages, you can see the tracking log, you can see exactly what happens, and you can change editable options such as the time of day. You can also change the startup of the pickup time window, the end of the pickup time window, and the start of delivery time and the end of delivery time. This gives us access directly to the courier application, and by the time these details are changed, your courier will be able to see exactly what time he needs to deliver his orders. Now, let's make a shipment. By creating a shipment, your clients will be able to be directed to this page. They can select the shipping option. Those are the shipping options that can be set by the dispatcher interface. Whatever is set in the dispatcher interface will be visible in the client interface as shipment options. You can select a simple transport for this one. We can say who pays the fare. If you don't want to have this option and your client is getting billed each month by an invoice or some other way, you can always state that this client interface is directly billed by an invoice from the dispatcher interface. This way, the client will not have to choose who pays the fee every time he makes an order. For this occasion though, we're going to select that the payment is made by the sender. We will click the details of the sender. We have stored the details of our shop at the home button, so by pressing the home button, all the details are automatically generated. And for the consignee details, we can use one of our existing addresses, and I will explain to you exactly how this works. This works in the way that every time a new address is made into the client interface is automatically storing the data so that your client will not have to use the same details again by giving them separately. So by just giving a name of the address, they can just generate the address details automatically. Now for the shipments, we're gonna say that we have 3 boxes, 3 kilos of 3 boxes, and we can say that those 3 boxes will be shipped directly. We're gonna dispatch the shipment. Lovely. Now we're directed into our page of label printing. As you can see, this has already been printed, but this is the new group ID we just created. We have the consignee details, the number of items, the packaging unit. If we had a reference number and a tracking code, would also be shown here. So we can select this, we can generate a PDF file, and we can see exactly what those labels are like. Now back to our system. We can place the tracking menu and see exactly what happens to the whole of our shipments. We can see their tracking numbers, the group IDs. We can see when they were sent. We can see the status. We can see when it was picked up, when it was delivered, what time elapsed. We can see who is the consignee, who is the what are its addresses, And we can see also the sender details. We have a lot of different options. We can see how much the service costed, fair price. We can see what was the cash on delivery. We can see the insurance on each shipment, the currency they were paid, etc., etc. There are many different columns and many different search bars which you can use to find out exactly what you're looking for. Now, as we said before, all of the addresses are stored in each client interface in here. So whatever address you might use, this address will also be here forever. Even small changes to the same address are also cataloged, so you have the exact address in different details all the time. Now, for the shipment import, we can choose a shipment import. We can choose a CSV file already generated, already made. Otherwise, if you don't know how to make a CSV file, you can generate one from the options menu up here. You can select the shipping option, we'll say simple transport. You can scan the document. That document will be successfully uploaded, and you can see each of the orders here. If you don't like an order, you can delete it. If you don't like all the orders, you can delete them as well. And then you can dispatch the shipment with the dispatch shipment menu. Statistics are basically used for your clients to see exactly how many shipments they're sent, what's the weight of the shipment sent, what's the evolution of cash on delivery, what time between shipping and delivery hours is the best, how many delivery attempts have been made. You can see that all of our orders are delivered on the first attempt, and the fares, how much they are paid. Now, this is the client interface. For any other news, you can also stick with our YouTube channel and you'll see exactly what will happen in the future. Have a great day. Thank you.